What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to the Scorecard, the boxing scorecard, where I ask people to bring their scorecard and an explanation, not just simply your opinion. So we had the big heavyweight match between Oleksandr Usyk and Daniel Dynamite Dubois. Thank you for putting up the pictures. Oleksandr Usyk, who I honestly believe is, I don't think he gets enough credit for his boxing skills and the things that he's been able to accomplish. Well, I mean, he just moved up one weight class, but I think the move up from cruiserweight to heavyweight is the hardest move in all of boxing, and he's done it very successfully so far. But as far as this fight goes, Daniel Dubois, who only has one loss on his record. What's Daniel Dubois' record? 19-1. And the only guy he lost to was Joe Joyce, who is also in the top 5. Oleksandr Usyk, who I believe is the #1 heavyweight boxer in the world. I think has better skills than Tyson Fury. I think that's the reason why Tyson Fury is doing his best to go fight everyone else except for Usyk. So let's get right into it. Let's address the elephant in the room. Before I get to the actual scorecard, what everyone is talking about is the low blow, which happened in the 5th round. So let's just get that out the way first. First of all, if you've boxed or even sparred before, getting hit on the belt line, you can still feel it. It's not like something you can just brush off. Maybe some people can, but if you can, then you just haven't got hit by the right person. So let's put this into context here. As I said, Oleksandr Usyk, he moved up. So he's naturally the smaller guy in this heavyweight division. Usyk weighed in at 220 pounds for this fight. He moved up, like he bulked up to 220 pounds. Daniel Dubois cut down to 230 pounds. He cut down to 230 pounds. Okay, so I want you to really think about someone that is, and how tall is this guy? How tall is Daniel Dubois? He is 6'5". So I want you to visualize getting hit by someone that is 6'5", 233 pounds. And you tell me because he hit you on the belt line that it didn't really hurt that much. That's garbage. My take on it is that, and you got to look at the body reaction too. I think it was a legit, whatever you could say, it was on the borderline, but was Usyk hurt? Yes, he was hurt from the low blow. The reason why I say it was a low blow is because his body reaction. Here's a perfect example. You can don't press pause right now. This is live, but after the show, go to YouTube and type in brutal body shots. There's 100 highlights videos of brutal body shots, and pay attention to the fighter's reaction when they get hit with a body shot. Like it's almost like you put your arm like this and someone smashes you with a baseball bat in your ribs. Like you can't hide it. Like you automatically curl over and is holding that part of your side that got hit. That is an automatic, natural reaction for someone that gets hit with a hard body shot. Usyk reacted like someone that got hit with a low blow. If you notice when he went down, don't just take my word for it. Go back and look for yourself at his reaction. When he was sitting on the ground, he wasn't sitting on the ground holding his stomach or his rib area. He had his hands over his private part, because that's what was killing him. The other thing too, it's up to the referee. So if anything, like, people are getting mad at Usyk for saying, for whatever reason, but as soon as the shot landed, the referee, who was the closest to the shot landing, said immediately that it was a low blow, and he automatically gave Usyk 5 minutes, which is the rule. If you get hit with an illegal punch, punch back of the head, or get hit with an elbow, headbutt, low blow, and you're injured from it, you get 5 minutes to recover. So Usyk just sat down and he took that full 5 minutes. Here's what I do, what I'm almost certain of. If the referee would have counted it as a knockdown and then started counting like 1, 2, 3, like giving him the 8 count, I'm pretty sure Usyk would have got up and tried to fight it off and shrug it off. But immediately, before he even hit the ground, the referee was already giving the signal for a low blow and gave the timeout sign to the head official to stop the time, to give him the full 5 minutes. So Usyk was just taking advantage of the time that he was given. I don't think he was that hurt from the shot that he couldn't get up. He was hurt. He was definitely hurt. But the referee gave him that time, so he took advantage of it. I don't think it was a case of where he could not get up, and that's why he took the full 5 minutes. He just took advantage of it. So that's the controversy. As far as I'm concerned, it was on the borderline. So again, just because everyone does what everyone's saying, like for everyone's reaction, everyone's like, I don't know. Now, just for the simple fact that you're saying I don't know means that it was borderline. Like it could have been or could not have been. It was right on that line. So again, it's up to the referee. It's not Usyk or Danielle's fault. It's the referee should have made it more clear. Or I'm not sure what. Maybe usually before the fight starts, when both fighters are standing there before they touch gloves, the referee will tap you on your shorts and say, depending how high they are. Some people have their shorts above their belly button. Some people have it under. So the referee will look at how high or how low your shorts are, and he'll tap you and say, okay, I'll accept this. This is too high or too low or whatever. So I'm not sure if the referee did that before the fight, but that was the referee's call. So that has nothing to do with Usyk. He just took advantage of his 5 minutes. And so, yeah. All right, so now let's get to the scorecard. So round one, I gave to Usyk. Let me just count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I gave 6 rounds to Usyk and 2 rounds to Danielle Dynamite Dubois. First round, my notes for round 1 was for Usyk, jabs, and he just looked better boxing skills-wise, which we already knew going into it. Second round, I actually gave to Dubois. My notes for round 2 was a couple of jabs, but still a step slower. That was the main common thing in this thing, is that you saw that he was clearly a step slower. Third round, sorry, I gave that second round to Usyk, sorry, even though Dubois landed some jabs. The third round was the first round that I gave to Dubois. My notes for the third round was left hook early and walked him down boxing. Dubois landed a big left hook early in the round that kind of shifted him over. That's the thing with Usyk, because he's naturally smaller than these guys. Even when he blocks their punches, like his body still moves over because he's naturally lighter than them. Round 4, I gave that one back to Usyk. My notes for round 4 was boxing skills. His boxing skills, and he was moving. He wasn't throwing with power, but he was throwing with. Usyk wasn't throwing with knockout power, but he was throwing with respectable power. That pop, and move, and then one hard stinging shot to give you a couple of seconds to move out of the way again. Pop, boom, and move. That's what Usyk was doing. Round 5. The thing that Dubois was doing, right? Round 5, I gave to Dubois, and I marked it as a close round, because what Dubois was doing he did it in the 4th round too. You can tell that Dubois was not worried about Usyk's power. He wasn't worried about Usyk's power at all. But because he was a step slower, everything that Dubois was trying to do was just, again, for lack of a better term, a step slower. He was landing some good right hands, some good body shots, Dubois was. That uppercut that he landed as we go into the 5th round right now, that uppercut that he landed came back late. That uppercut that Dubois was landing, he landed it a couple of times, but that was the best one. Dubois landed a couple of good right hands to the body, not just the uppercut, but hooks too. And Usyk did react to them. So, but that one there, that uppercut, I don't. I think it was a legit low blow, and Usyk had the right to take his full 5 minutes. So that was round 5. But the thing about round 5, Usyk came back late. It was a borderline low blow, and Usyk came back later on in the round. Like he actually, in the professional level, if you get knocked down, it's automatically a 10-8. However, if you come back hard and like almost beat up the person, it could be a 10-9. A perfect example of that was Fury and Wilder in their first fight, when Wilder knocked down Fury in that last round. Usually it's automatically 10-8, but Fury actually got up and was pressing Wilder back in that last round. So that's an example where even though someone got knocked down, you could still score the 10-9 round. Notepad shut down here. Round 6, Usyk took back the round 6 and 7. Specifically 6, 7, and 8 I gave to Usyk. In round 6, Usyk walked him down with a boxing style. Usually when you hear about a fighter walking another fighter down, they usually just keep their hands up and just swing in power punches because they're not worried about the fire that's coming back at them. Usyk was walking Dubois down, but he still has to be cautious of the natural bigger heavyweight's power. And that's what makes Usyk, again, in my top 5 for pound best boxers, because he has the skills and he's fighting in all these guys that are 15 pounds bigger than him. Round 7 was so dominant by Usyk that I almost marked it as a 10-8 round. It just seemed like Dubois lost his confidence. He didn't give up, but his body language was just showing like, man, I can't hit this guy. He's hitting me. He's not knocking me down, but he's hitting me hard, and that's what's making me hesitate. That's what was making Dubois hesitate. I think Usyk is kind of like what Floyd was later on in his career when he moved up in weight classes, where his skills moved up with him, but not the power. Everyone thinks Floyd didn't have a lot of power but he had 25 knockouts in his, half of his fights ended in a knockout. So the same thing with Usyk. When he moved up to the heavyweight division, his skills moved up with him, but not the power. But his skills are that much exceptional on a different level that he's able to get away with it. And not just get away with it, that makes it sound like he just got by. Like, he's looking exceptionally good, Usyk is, at against these super heavyweights. Round 8. I gave to Usyk. Had winning the round. Oh, yeah. Low blows and right hands. Great mixing it up with low blows and right hands. I had him winning the round. I actually had Dubois winning the round until he got dropped in that, in like the final 10, 20 seconds. No, sorry. Yeah, it was like final 30 seconds of that round where Usyk dropped Dubois. I actually had Dubois winning that round. So, again, technically, by the standards, you get knocked down, it's automatically 10-8. If you come back and kick the guy's ass, you can make it 10-9. But Dubois, I had Dubois winning the round, but he wasn't like beating him up badly to the point where I would still make it a 10-9 round. So 10-8 for Usyk. And then round 9 is when he dropped him and stopped him. Drop, stop, roll him down, shake him up top. So yeah, round 9 was the round that Usyk stopped Dubois. And the thing that was special about the stoppage was that anybody who trained with me knows that, I like to train different ways of throwing the jab at different tempos. And one of the tempos that is like I like to call is sometimes you have to throw an FU jab. Like if you say FU as you throw it inside your head, it automatically makes you punch harder. Obviously not really, but just what do you call it, placebo or psychological effects from it. Anyways, my whole point of bringing that up is that it's real. In the past year or two, just off the top of my head, I've seen 3 fights get stopped off of a FU, off of a power jab. This last one, Usyk, that the in the 9th round, the punch that dropped Dubois was a FU jab, a power jab, where you got to push off your back leg, not just extend your arm out there, but push hard off your back leg, take a hard step with your front foot, and they use that jab like a battering ram. A couple of weeks ago, Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, the first time that Spence got dropped in that 2nd round was from a FU power jab from Terrence Crawford. Very glad to see that. I'm very happy to see that. My boxers noticed that and pointed it out to me too. Shout out to Hunter. And then the one before that, one of the Charlo brothers that fought, he fought the Spanish guy, Jameson. One of the Charlo brothers, he fought Jameson, and they pronounce the J's as H's. Jameson. He faked up top and threw a hard FU jab to the body and dropped him and stopped him like that too. So the jab is not just a good jab to keep your opponent away or to set up your offense, but you can use it as a power tool to actually stop your opponent. So that is your instruction for the week to work on, all you boxers out there, or even just people in fitness in general. How you work on that FU jab on the bag. Hopefully you have a heavier bag so it doesn't swing too much. But specifically, again, it's pretty straightforward. But you really gotta. Let me stand up and demonstrate this. You really have to emphasize taking a hard step with that front foot, not necessarily thrusting your whole upper body forward, but taking a nice step with that front foot to making sure that you're reaching, pushing off that back leg, using your shoulder to protect your chin. All right, a power jab. So it's basically the same mechanics as if whatever pace that you're throwing it at, but to make it more powerful, a hard step, pushing off that back leg, stepping hard with that front foot, and there you have it. Where do both that guys go from here? Let's look at the rankings. We got your boy Tyson Fury, who's too busy fighting MMA guys to fight real boxers. So we got Tyson Fury at number 1, Wilder at number 2, Anthony Joshua at number 3, Zhang at number 4. Zhang and Joe Joyce have a rematch in mid-September. I think it's a week before Canelo and Charlo fights. So that should be very interesting. This guy Zhang, 7-foot Asian guy with long arms and a reach and knows how to use it. Joe Joyce, ranked number 7. Joe Joyce should be ranked ahead of Dylan White and Andy Ruiz too. And then the last half, you got Luis Ortiz, Parker, and Hrgovic. Those guys aren't going to be contenders. Those guys aren't contenders. But the rest of the guys, Joyce, Dylan White, Ruiz, Zhang, Joshua, Wilder, and Fury. Well, I don't know about Fury if Fury's going to fight again, but those are the competition up there. What I would like to happen next is Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. The lower names, Zhang and Joe Joyce, they're not very well known, so that fight might not generate too much popularity. But the winner of that fight should fight the winner of Joshua and Wilder. That would be something else. That definitely would be something else. Speaking of heavyweights, Jared Anderson also fought this past weekend and won. He was supposed to win against the guy that he fought. He needs to continue to look good and impress to make a good profile for himself to fight one of these top guys very soon. I believe he is, where's his record? He's ranked number 5 right now in most of the organizations. So he'll be up there soon. Jared Anderson, Jared Big Baby Anderson. He will be up there soon. But like I said, man, Oleksandr Usyk, I honestly believe is the number 1 heavyweight in the sport of boxing today. Deontay Wilder is the hardest puncher. Tyson Fury has the belts, but I honestly believe Usyk is that guy with the skills. And when him and Fury fight, I'm picking Usyk for sure. And there you have it. Talkin fight YouTube channel, the #1 boxing YouTube channel in the sports world. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend. You can also check me out on my YouTube channel, Cedric Sports Training, and follow me on any social media at Cedric Sports. Yeah, I'll be back next week for another scorecard. Don't forget, bring your scorecard and an explanation, not just simply your opinion. All right, peace.